Afternoon, I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times with news from the Arkansas blog. It's Monday, August 25th. Surprising news today from Jonesboro. The police chief, the suspended police chief, Mike Yates, submitted a letter of resignation to the mayor after 9 years as police chief. You may remember that he was suspended without pay for 30 days Friday by the mayor for unpleasant comments he'd made on Facebook about a police reporter for the Jonesboro Sun, Sunshine Crump. Today, without further explanation, the chief said he'd thought about it further. He wanted to take responsibility for his poor judgment and said he would leave and hope for the best for the city of Little Rock. The news will be welcomed by the Jonesboro Sun that thought the suspension wasn't sufficient punishment for what the chief had done. The Sun also tells me that Sunshine Crump will be returning to work as a police reporter at the Jonesboro Sun. Bad news from West Memphis today. Crittenden Regional Medical Center announced that it would be closing within a month. That will put 400 people out of work. It will empty the hospital. They won't retain any clinic operations there. This follows by not much more than a month a vote by county residents for a new sales tax to help pay for the hospital, but officials just decided that the struggle was too great, both a declining patient load and a terrible problem with revenues that was created by a devastating fire that forced closure of the hospital for 6 weeks, finally led to the decision to close the hospital. I've reported today on the Arkansas blog about the continuing financial difficulties of Mark Darr, the former lieutenant governor. He still has not paid more than $10,000 he owes the state for improper reimbursements paid on his office expense account. The legislative audit has written to the Attorney General asking him to do something about it. I'm awaiting news from Dustin McDaniel on what, if anything, he plans to do. There's also a question of whether the local prosecutor might move on criminal charges for failure to pay this money. That's still uncertain. An interesting story that will be reported on the blog today by David Ramsey concerns a hot local race for state representative between Democrat Clark Tucker and Republican Stacey Hurst. The Tucker campaign went on the offensive today because of the really unbelievable news that the state Republican Party has been digging through multiple FOI requests into preschool assignments for the Tucker's 4-year-old child. This takes opposition research to a new level, and Tucker, accompanied by his tearful wife, said this is just going too far. The response from the Hurst campaign has been pretty much so far to say this is business as usual. Let's hope not. Elsewhere in the educational world, Governor Mike Beebe today appointed Kim Davis, who's a top official of the Northwest Arkansas Council of Business Development Group, backed strongly by Walmart and Sam's Club, to a seat on the State Board of Education. He can be expected to be more friendly to the Waltons' education agenda, perhaps in the person he succeeds, Brenda Gullett. I learned today that Frontier Air is going to be suspending its service to Denver from Little Rock next month. And also in police news, fires early this morning in Fayetteville, apparently burned up 3 vehicles on 2 separate occasions. One of them happened to be the Chevy Avalanche of Brandon Allen, who has enough to worry about this week preparing for Auburn. He's the Hogs quarterback. Was this intentional or just bad luck for the quarterback? We don't know. But that's the news today. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back tomorrow.